Welcome back to another impressive episode of Three Shots Podcast. Today's guest is a special one. We have two-time author, 3 weeks in a row best-selling, Dr. Love. We're going to dive into his book, Lover in the Sheets, Doctor in the Streets, talk about his controversial Chapter 19, where he says, come on the face, but don't come in any other place. We're going to break that down and see what happens. So stay tuned. We'll dive into her and let's see what happens.
What? Say what? Yo.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Do it live. Going live.
Welcome, buddy. How you been?
Welcome back.
Oh, living the dream.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Where have you been?
Boise, Idaho.
Ew. Like, what happened? Why'd you go down there?
It started off as like a promotion at work. So I was like, okay, I want to get into leadership. I've been selling for a number of years. That's really how it happened.
Prostitutes?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
All the time.
Wow, I wasn't sure. I didn't know what.
Cell phones to prostitutes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Call me.
Yeah.
Cell phone's their new pimp.
All right, here's your brand new phone. I programmed my number right into it just for
Everyone's getting their phone like, why is this Dr. Love in here? I don't understand what the hell's going on.
Seriously.
Little do they know that's the truth.
Right? Yeah. Well, we just found out who the ringleader was, so, I mean, I see where you got all the criteria for the book.
Exactly.
Love it.
That's just how you roll. You got that name, you got to roll with it.
Bestseller. LUV for you that can't find it. Not LOVE. LUV.
You got to make sure there's enough legal red tape in there just in case.
Well, speaking of prostitutes, how do you guys feel about that? Do you guys feel inspired about the Blue Origin mission? Women in space. I can do it all.
I feel so inspired that I wake up just with a big fat smile on my face every morning. All because
they're making me want to do better.
Exactly. I'm going to kiss the ground every morning when I get out of bed.
A little joyride.
Yeah.
And shame on Bezos for staying on the ground. He could have been in the 65-mile high club. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Is this the one with Katy Perry, my girl?
Yeah, and Bezos' wife.
Okay.
They're all hot, minus the astronaut chicks, but
the actual scientists that are out there doing God's work.
you can't have it all. Like Hollywood tries to show that you can have it all. You either have beauty. It's like a triangle. You either got beauty or brains. I can't think of the other part of the triangle, what you would have. Personality.
The food triangle.
But you can only have two legs, right?
Beauty, brains, money.
There you go.
Power. Something like that.
Something. Power. Yeah, we'll give him power. Yeah.
Speaking of power,
So you can only have two women.
This isn't the first time he's done this either. He's had other celebrities up there, and it's like gets a lot of flack then too.
Yeah.
What the hell?
He could have made him have bikini suits. Like, come on.
Yeah, if you're gonna, if
Like
I'm gonna send you up into orbit, you've got to wear this. Okay?
Exactly.
Let's really see how weightless those jugs are.
See, we just bought Hooters, and we have to kind of roll with it. So this is Blue Hooters.
Yeah. Well, I personally think it was a great accomplishment. Good for them. Fuck all the nerds that figured it out how to get them up there and back. They don't get any credit. Who gives a shit? But Wendy's, have you seen Wendy's? They're out there slinging the heat.
Well, a good ploy would have been
left her up there,
right?
Send her back. What did Katy Perry do? Yeah, what did she do? I mean, she's got she doesn't really have a pretty face, but the titties are popping and she can sing. But did she do something wrong? Did she go to McDonald's?
Well, she married Legolas, so that's probably why.
Legolas?
So
Legolas.
I mean, he's got no Legos, right?
Fair point.
But yeah, she basically married some dude that every girl loves, so now every girl hates her because of it.
Really?
I think she's a smoke
women
show, dude.
Cannot get along.
I would go to space with her,
She's gorgeous.
Give her the Deep Space 9 centimeters.
9 inches.
But, yeah, it's there.
It's enough.
The big
Yeah.
3-incher coming in.
She'll make a song out of it, and then we'll go.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like what the stupid lion roar, but 2.0.
Yeah. Hear my D roar. Yeah, I'm down with that. When was that? Was that yesterday? They went
I
up
think
today.
It was last Tuesday or something.
Yeah, it's been like a week.
It was
I
this
think.
week. It was been
Yeah.
popping off because one of how stupid it is, and
Yeah.
two because of how stupid it is,
And
three Jeff Bezos tripped and almost died when he was trying to open the capsule. But there also have been I gotta bring up my boys, my flat earthers, my conspiracy theories out
I
here.
love 'em.
To be honest with you, the only thing taking down this broom would be a conspiracy theory because this thing is sturdy in here. It's looking sharp.
I can
But-
tell by the feng shui you have behind you, aka the sheet.
But
That's some impressive drywall you got there.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
textured.
So Bezos tripped, so that was a big deal. But there has been behind the scenes, air quotes here, video of them opening the airlock, the pressurized airlock before, without using the tool. They just open the door, even though it's supposed to be pressurized, and you're supposed to use a crank to get them out, kind of thing. So there's videos of that. Did they really go up there? Kind of thing.
Like an Elon Musk, you just kind of wave your hand over it, and the
Yeah,
fucking door pops open.
Just have an AI generate a big blue dick flying into space, and then
Exactly.
then you pretend that you're up there. You go to the green screen somewhere else, like in here, and then you're up in space.
Not
Jumping
an AI
around.
generation exists.
Instead of
That's
women on
all
trampolines,
they're
it's
gonna
women in fucking orbit.
Yeah, Rogan's gonna come out and do a new man show about this.
You don't even need a
You know,
sex swing.
women in trampolines. No, it's just the chicks in orbit. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
We're good. Fair enough.
Yeah, whatever. How? Do you guys remember that show, The Man Show?
Yeah.
How is Adam Carolla so level-headed and down to earth, and then you got Jimmy Kimmel? No offense if you're a fan of his, I don't know.
I don't
But,
watch the show. Yeah.
How are those guys were the same personality on that show, but now they're totally opposites.
I would say
Is it
that's
a
the
Hollywood
basis of
thing?
money, right? Because Corolla was great.
Carolla wouldn't suck a dick, but Jimmy would.
Well, what I think it is Jimmy Kimmel has a personality where he starts to associate with the people around him. So he was near Adam Carolla, so he was associating with him and sort of mimicking him. Now Jimmy Kimmel's got his own show, and he's really mimicking the people around him in that show.
I get you. He's one of those girlfriends or boyfriends that
He's
if
a people
you're in the
pleaser.
punk rock, then all of a sudden I'm in the punk rock kind of thing.
Kind of like that broad you always bring up.
Yeah.
We'll leave her out of this,
Yeah.
but
Or if you got dreads, I'm getting dreads.
yeah, there you go.
He's like a guy that is if you're with him in the same room, he'll probably be easygoing, and you'll feel like, oh, it's kind of cool to be with him. But he never has an identity of his own.
Yeah, as soon as he walks away, he's like, fuck that guy. Yeah, anyways.
The-
What the fuck
the
was that? I was just
Fox
talking to
News
him.
likes to make fun of that guy. I mean, just let him cry. He's crying on TV. Sometimes you just got to get a good cry out,
Yeah.
That's all for ratings.
Sad of the world.
He's just an easy target for them, and that's all they want to do is just find someone to make fun of.
Yeah. That's basically what it is. Pick a side, I guess, right? Gotta pick a side. God forbid if you try to stay in the middle, you're going to get fucking rear end.
Somebody's going to pull you
fucking
on
all
one
kinds
side
of-
or another, so it doesn't really matter at that point, He's
And
left, he's right.
And if they don't pull you on one side, they're just going to take your
Yeah.
cardboard cutout and pull it over there.
Yeah, right.
If I may, I'm just like a druid. I might want to be a bear one day, and then the next day I might want to be a pussycat.
No, you're going to be the man or the bear because you're going to wait to see what the woman says.
I just want to be there are some policies on this side that I agree with, and there's some policies on this side I agree with, and then there's some I don't, and I just put them together. Okay, cool, there you go.
That's not good enough. You have to pick a side.
Oh man, my God, it's going to be. I found out what Civil War. I don't know if you guys watched that movie, but the reason which is a good movie, but the reason the war happened is because the president tried to have a third term.
Are you talking Marvel, or are you talking about the movie?
The movie,
The one that just came out on,
one
HBO?
where,
That's pretty good. That was Kirsten Dunst was in that one. Is that what you're
yes,
talking about?
yeah. If I may, from Miles High Club, the cuck, Ron Ron Burgundy, or whatever the fuck his name is. What's his name?
Ron Burgundy.
From Parks
That's
and
it's fucking
Ron
Anchorman.
Swanson.
Ron Swanson. Yes, he's the president.
Yeah.
But he's trying to have a third term, and the Texas Army and which is funny too, the Californian Army were the states were like, no, you can't. And they joined one. being the biggest.
That's the one that's all about the journalist, right? Cruising around.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Kirsten Dunst. Yeah.
Kristen Dunst. Put the hat on.
Spoiler: she doesn't show her titties in this one.
Nope.
Sadly, I used to have a crush on her back in the day. I can't tell you how many times.
Like Bring It On. Yeah.
I watched that so many fucking times. I had to.
She was never even that good looking.
Her titties were.
I don't know.
just
I thought she was a smoke show.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you might be conforming to the redhead status. They gave you one. You know what I mean? They gave you one, so you got to kind of like bring her up a little bit.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I'm just picking out a point. That's all.
I was really into red hair. I think I still am. So be careful with your butthole here, David. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean,
anyway.
he saw me at the college. He's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna be this."
I thought it was
guy's
a
friend.
chick. I was like,
It's got long hair and a ponytail.
Copperfield.
Shit.
Yeah, that was before the beard and everything. We were so much younger back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, so if you're gonna put her like on the ped, who would be the
Bed or
next?
peg?
I mean,
I'll put her on the bed.
That all depends on, I guess, who's talking to her. And going back to your original thing, where you're leaning, you know? Who would be the
That's why I don't want Spider-Man. Fuck him.
who would be the next like 2 or 3 for Reddies that are bangers?
It sucks because like there's some where it's like, okay, Emma Stone's not really a redhead, but she plays a redhead in some movies.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I always liked her.
Are we gonna include like Strawberry Blonde, or does it have to be red?
I'd prefer to go like
Yeah,
I'd say
because
red.
Like straight up fire.
Scarlett
Okay.
Johansson, the Black Widow, has red hair in the comics,
yeah,
and she's banging in the Marvel
yeah,
game. But Scarlett,
Yeah, but
she
that's
didn't have red hair, did
that's
she?
a fucking costume.
Did she have red hair though in the movies?
It's
too busy looking. That's something else.
Yeah, where they're like introducing her at first, like in was it Iron Man 2? She has red hair there. That's like where she first gets introduced.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah.
kind of like dark red though.
Yeah.
It's not like your light red. It's like
Yeah.
dark maroon type.
But over time, it's like it just turns
Blood
to
red.
brown. They like move it over.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just need to move your SD off.
Oh, it popped back on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I got a
Technical.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. You're good.
What do you gotta do? You gotta take shit? Piss? You
no.
good?
I was like,
Already?
you're asking about redhead
12 minutes
actresses. And I'm like, shit, I gotta look up a list of redheads just to
Was
remind myself.
Because I mean, I'm not
Emma
gonna.
Watson have red hair?
No.
And I'm thinking like older Emma Watson.
I mean, I wouldn't put Nicole Kidman in there, right? Like
Yeah,
she's
she
kind of.
has red
Yeah,
hair.
but she's like Skeletor, dude.
She might explain how to put it in her vagina though. I feel like she's like a teacher type.
I don't know. Have you like in Eyes Wide Shut? I'd bang the shit out of her.
I haven't seen that
I
movie.
mean, thighs wide shut.
I haven't seen that movie. Is it all about sex?
There's just like a huge orgy scene in it. It's really about her and Tom Cruise, like sort of being
Real
like
life.
yeah, it's sort of like they're together, but they're sort of on edge or something. But and then
Yeah,
there's like,
I was on edge too, edging.
yeah,
And
exactly.
fucking
there's a
Wasn't
conspiracy.
Penelope Cruz's sister in that?
oh,
I don't know who Tom
the
Cruise's sister is.
the chick.
The one that looks like Penelope Cruz?
Then
The
no.
hot Hispanic?
I know Penelope Cruz. I just didn't know she had a sister.
The chick that was in Thelma and Louise. There's a movie she's in with not Pierce Brosnan. What's his name?
The chick from Monsters Ball?
No, he plays he plays a lot with Julia Roberts in like the prostitute movie. What's his name? Richard Gere.
Oh, the gerbil guy?
Yeah. So there's a movie where they fuck, and I remember as a young lad that I would just have that saved on my mom's VHS. So every time I wanted to go get a wank off, I would just plug it into the VCR. Just wait for my mom to rewatch that movie and be like, "Why is it right here on the sex scene?" That was me.
Just captured in there the whole time waiting.
She was hot.
I said put it back to an hour 22.
I had to fast forward back in the day. Like it took forever to get there, but
Unless you had one of those machines where you could just pop it in and automatically rewind.
yeah.
Remember the old video stores would like charge a $1 fee if you didn't rewind the fucking movie?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Remember those stupid advertisements? Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, it'd be kind of.
Just put it in a fucking thing and rewind it yourself. You're not doing anything but standing there.
Right.
You would know.
Fair enough. I was more the DVD phase though. Thank God. There was a few VHSs floating around, but it was nothing crazy.
Yeah. Like when I got into college, it was definitely DVD phase and part of my high school. That's really where it kind of came out.
Yeah, I remember I have one of the OG Netflix accounts, which they don't do anything about, but remember they used to send you disc?
Yeah,
you had to send them back and shit.
Yeah,
and
one of
then
my
Redbox
buddies
came out with their idea.
One of my buddies had the OG Netflix account all the way up until like it was like last year, and they finally closed all those accounts.
I know.
And it's like once the last DVDs you ordered, they said just keep them because they didn't need them back. So it's kind of cool.
That's badass.
It's like
So we kind of did
the Columbia thing with
Yeah.
fucking CDs. Pay $1 or a penny for 10 discs, kind of a deal, and then just never return them.
Oh yeah. They all ended up at Walmart in the $5 bin.
Got to make their money somewhere.
Netflix sold it to Walmart for like 50 cents a disc. Here you go.
I wonder if they're going to come back, like,
nut.
there's certain video games you can find, like, unopened, or if whatever the case is, either PS or 64, if you got the box, they're worth, like, $80 to $4,000 kind of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
If DVDs are going to have that. Like, that's the special edition signed by Scorsese or
Right?
some shit.
Like, remember they did have like director cuts type DVDs that would come out, or special releases, or extended scenes. They probably would be worth stuff. Like the old Disney movies are supposedly worth shit.
I've got a
Like the ones with the black diamonds on them are super rare. Like,
As long as you have the box and everything.
I've got the it's digitally remastered director's cut of the Star Wars original trilogy
Ew.
on VHS. So I have that. And I was like, maybe it'll be worth something someday. But it isn't the very first one from like the 80s or like the whole box set from back then. It's the one that was remastered in the early or late 90s and stuff.
Yeah, I remember when that came out. I had to have been like 13, 12. Remember I went to the theaters to watch it,
The
and it's
Clone
like,
War,
like, oh, this is badass, because they put like I don't know, I can't think of any names for Star Wars, but an AT-AT in a scene, it wasn't that, it was a creature, but, it's like, that's cool. What is that thing?
Yeah. So I think Star Wars was just missing hot women is all.
Fair point.
it's got a great like Western vibe to it. I really like that part.
It's got like that kind of like, depiction of like Nazi Germany to like, what
Yeah,
you're
with the
saying.
Empire and stuff. Man, that's what I love about. I just like
Was
Star
Jar
Wars.
Jar Binks the Jew?
No, I meant like the first original ones. Like how they have their banners, like, and they march around, and like there's an empire, and they do their fucking arm shit, or they throw their heart out.
How'd that go?
Their arm shit.
No, the first time.
My
you did
heart
it.
goes out.
My heart, baby.
Yeah, right. Skeezy.
Point to the crowd next time. You do it.
Exactly. That. Now I watch that too. Like he meant to do that.
Oh yeah, he
He
did.
fucking did it. He was trolling on purpose.
He wants to see
wasn't
what he
giving
get
his
away
heart
with.
out. Yeah, he fucking just. Yeah, I saw a meme too where like all the Tesla speed dials come with like it's Hitler, and he just raises his arm as he speed up. I'm just driving 45, baby. But to be fair, that symbol, it's fucking shitty how like people ruin symbols or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the Romans and the Greeks used to do that way before. They stole everything from all the other great fucking.
Well, if you
people
look
before
at
him. Like, he
like
didn't make
Japan or anything like that, like they still use that symbol. It's just flipped.
I thought it was some
And
Buddhist
It,
symbol.
it,
Yeah,
mean,
Buddha.
it was, yeah, but it also goes to like their hospitals. Like their hospitals have that sign, that insignia of it.
But they flip it around.
We have
Yeah, it's. I mean, I couldn't tell you the 45-degree angle of what they do to it, but it's not the same.
I think with like enough years that go by, it's like, okay, so here's the part of the Nazi symbol no one can use. You can't do fucking black cross behind it with a white background.
Right.
That's still Nazi.
Yeah,
But
Columbia.
but anything else, it's like, okay, this has been used in other parts of history.
I meant Columbia, the clothing brand. They have that like the two square, like the squares that look like this. You know, that goes like that. But if you look at it, it's exactly like.
It's in the shape.
Well, all you got to do is just let the gays take it over for a little bit, and they'll be all right. You know, it'll be LGBTQ9er Nazi side. You know, like, oh well, what does that one mean, man? Give it a few years and it'll be fine. But
Simple
I don't
guy
think Adolf's ever coming back. I think that name's gonna be just written off in history.
Is that name in Judah? Is that his name? Judas?
Judas.
There's no people named Judas anymore.
Well, I don't think there was ever anyone named Judas after Judas. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I
That's
just
kind of weird.
Like it'd be.
that's how you know.
Wonderful.
That's how you know it's a fictional name.
Or before that, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like what's like give me some Star Wars characters' name. Jar Jar. I don't think anyone's gonna be named Jar Jar here. You know, or fucking Qui-Gon Jinn. You know, it sounds like something you're drinking.
Yeah.
So
I saw I can't remember. It was the guy that played Morpheus, Lawrence Thomas.
what?
Fishburne, yeah.
That was
Thomas.
close. That was close. He's explaining to this dumbass reporter that didn't get that like the Matrix was like based off the Bible or like Morpheus is the guy that dunked him in the water. David, who's the guy that baptized everybody?
No, David, I think is right.
Okay, got one right. Okay, the guy that betrayed,
Bring it up.
The guy that betrayed him for like a piece of steak or like money or to take the other pill. Cyrus, is that his name? He's Judas, the bald guy that looks like Bill Burr. And then I think Trinity, obviously, she's the holy Trinity shit.
Yeah.
And then Neo is obviously Neo. His name is Neo. Jesus Christ, he's Jesus. So coming back and even. Yeah, so I think it was like, it's kind of funny that like, yeah, I think most people understood it was kind of based off, Jesus and the Easter shit.
I don't think they took that on the first movie.
Oh, you guys didn't get that? I totally got that on the first.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
you
hey,
did.
I've read this somewhere before.
You're such a fucking liar. But I think
Neo.
by the third one, yeah, it was totally thrown out there.
Yeah, I mean, I never put that correlation together. Just other people pointed out to me. And I'm like, okay, well, it makes sense, but I don't really care about the Matrix for any Bible reasons. I just like the Matrix.
Fair enough. The fuck are you doing over there?
I was banging into, I didn't want the sheets to keep moving or whatever. The fucking jizzy sheets on me.
Drywall would come down.
Yeah. Careful of that. It's custom.
Yeah, what happened to the directors? Didn't one chop his knob off? And
They both did.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they both went to the dark side.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy when I read about it. I was like, wait, they were the brothers.
Did they put it in glass?
Now they're the sisters. Like, holy.
Well, and I think it started with one, right? One transitioned, and then it was like a few years later, they're like, I'm going to go do it too. But, I mean, whatever, good for them. Their movies suck now, so they lost their balls edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now everything's a love story.
It's a weird.
Have they made
process to go
more?
to that too. Well, they made that Matrix Is it Revolutions?
Oh, that wasn't too bad. The new one?
They made something
Neo
else
forgot his name.
too. I can't remember what it was. I was like kind of excited for it, and I
Yeah.
think it fucking just flopped. I'd have to look it up.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Is it Wachowski?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Wazaleski.
The Wachowski.
Is it
Shout out.
Yeah. Can you imagine that decision in life? Just being like, you know what? Fucking tired of this.
Eunuch, here I
This
come.
fucking South Park showed like the fucking actual surgery when.
So they made
Mr.
Jupiter
Garrison-
Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending.
Oh,
That one
I haven't
definitely
seen
flopped.
that dumb shit.
Yeah, because that was supposed to be a trilogy. I think 2, and they only made 2.
That's
maybe?
with
No, they made one.
Melina
They never got
Kunis,
past
right?
one.
And
Yeah, Mila Kunis and what's his face?
The Mountain Dew
Channing
dancer dude. There you go. Yeah.
Channing
Yeah.
all over my Tatum.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
And then Matrix Resurrections was 2021.
I saw that. That wasn't
Yeah.
too bad.
It was.
different.
I don't know. I like the world building aspect of the original trilogy, and that one was like one single scene. Really, is all it was. It was one.
Right.
Yeah,
one
now,
setting.
now someone tried to make it like there's a new story coming out, or maybe it's been out, that the machines were actually built by us to save humanity, to give them
It's
this
a
little
play on
reality,
Terminator all again, dude.
to give them this little reality while the machines try to recreate Earth because we blew it.
Yeah, actually save it and stuff, and then it's the typical
that-
story. AI is going to take over and think
And that Neo
you'll
and
do
all
the
them
best
are
for
like
us.
terrorists trying to blow everything up. Like, fuck that, I want to live now.
Right.
I want to live in your little bubble. So
Well, I mean, like the Matrix story and the hierarchy behind it all is great, but I always feel like once you get to 20 years down the road, like you got to spin the tail a little bit. You got to do something unique instead of just playing off the shit that got you there. you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the action scenes are good. That was the
Yeah.
first time they ever used bullet time in a movie. I call it bullet time. They stole it from Max Payne, the video game.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's pretty sweet.
No, the
Sweet concept.
the original movies were definitely groundbreaking. I mean, those are going to stand the test of time. And Keanu himself did his own stunts and everything. And then after the series or the first one wrapped, he actually took a bunch of the money that he made himself and paid out to the production crew.
Yeah, it's all
I
that
think
getting them
that-
Harleys and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool concept.
Freaking-
I don't ride a
freaking
bike.
real life Jesus is what he is.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
joke,
kinda,
right?
It kind of is, you
Yeah.
know? Dude does
I mean,
a
they
lot of...
pull him over and check his sandals. Those Birkins? What do you got over there?
He's got the beard and the hair for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. How many balls deep is he in John Wick? 7, 8, 10? I mean,
There's 4 of them, I think. But the 4 one,
Yeah,
the
there's
fourth-
4.
Fourth closed it out, and
I thought there was a fifth one, or I thought there was one more now coming out.
there's talks of it, but he originally said that he wasn't going to do a fifth one because he wanted John Wick to kind of be done, close the chapter. But then it's like, okay, well, people are still going to want to capitalize on John Wick, so they're going to make a fifth. And is he going to be in it? He doesn't want to, but then there's talks that maybe he will anyways. So.
I mean,
I can't say I've seen.
The first one almost never made it. So it was like Eva Longoria. She likes to do like side investing, and they ran out of money during production on the first one. And they were reaching out to people to try and get some money. And Eva Longoria said, hey, yeah, I'll give you guys $5 million to finish this as an investment. She made so much money back on it too. But it almost never happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'd take some of that Eva Longoria.
I was gonna say, wasn't she in it? I can't remember.
I don't know. She may have had a cameo in one of them. I'd say the fourth one was my favorite. Some movies it just starts to get repetitive, but they did some absolutely phenomenal, like, different scene styles. It's like, how much can you do with a shootout, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But they have this one shootout scene. I don't know have you guys seen the fourth one?
No, I haven't.
So
But you can spoil it. It's
I
fine.
bought it and tried watching it. I fell asleep.
So of course he's just on the run, and it gets bigger and bigger each time with the type of organization.
Isn't that the
facing.
end of the third one? He's on the run too?
Yeah, he's on the run after the first one, he's not on the run, right?
Oh yeah, they killed the man's dog, dude. He's
Yeah.
gonna fucking piece up.
But so that one was just like peace. But then the second one, he's sort of on the run. Third one, he's on the run from like the bigger overarch, and then the fourth one, it's like, okay, you're about to get fucked, right? So in the fourth one, he's on the run hardcore, but he goes to this scene where they built out like a giant warehouse with no roof. And it looks like a video game, him going room to room and just blowing people away with these flaming shotgun rounds. And it's so cool. It makes me feel like I'm playing Call of Duty, but real life.
That's cool.
And it was.
Oh, was it like first person? Or?
Yeah. Well, no, it was third person from the top, but it almost felt like one of those kill scenes where you die and you get to see yourself die.
Oh,
right.
That's pretty. Maybe I should watch this.
It's pretty.
I totally forgot about it. I was like,
and you can find that scene on YouTube if you don't want to watch the whole movie, but it's a good movie.
I have to check it out tonight. Wow, one of the best ones though, which I think is kind of underrated, is Christian Bale's Equilibrium.
I love that movie,
dude. That movie is so sick. It's the gun kata. Oh hell yeah! Like if they were ever gonna remake something or expand on that universe, that's the one.
That one's amazing.
I was trying to sit here and think, who the fuck is Christian Bale?
Fucking Batman.
Where have you been the last? We fucking went through this last week and the week before.
I figured it out. Thank God. I was like, oh yeah, that guy.
He's built for action movies. He's just good at them.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was picturing the guy that was in Training Day.
Denzel?
No, the white guy.
Oh, Ethan Hawke?
Yeah.
I don't know why mine went to Denzel.
Oh, yeah, the guy looks nothing like Christian Bale. Yeah, that dude.
Him, exactly.
I'm just thinking the main actor, but yeah.
Yes,
Ethan
I was
Hawke.
picturing him, and I was like, nah, it can't be him. Something's off. There's a shade or two.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it, but yes, okay. Christian Bale. I can't say I've seen Equilibrium.
It's good. It's about society where they remove emotion, and then they go after emotional people that stop taking their medicine.
Yeah, what's that book? 1982
like
or is something like that? It's kind of based loosely on that.
1942, I think.
1984.
There you go.
Is it 1984?
There you go. That's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it's good. It's solid.
They make you talk in that book by your fear. Okay. And Lincoln, that's his name, I guess. I think it is, yeah. Lincoln has a fear of rats. And they put it like they strap a rat cage to his face and it's gonna like gnaw his face off, so he tells them whatever they want. My fear is fucking bees and sharks, so goddamn, I would be talking all the time. He'd bring in a couple bees and be like, he did it. It wasn't me.
We didn't even ask you the question yet. Nah, he did it.
Nah, that motherfucker did it, man. It wasn't me. What do you want to know?
My
just take those things out.
A couple years ago, I found out I had this fear. I didn't even realize, but it's like, you ever been in one of those rooms that's like designed to just remove sound entirely? So I went into like a museum.
My bedroom.
It was like an audio sensory museum.
Oh, like
type.
deprivation kind
Like
of
a deprivation tank.
And they had one of those. Well, the deprivation tank's a little different because you can still hear yourself. This room is designed to block out like any sound
Can
you
you
make.
hear your thoughts?
Just doesn't project back. And so it became dead silence. And it's like, I guess the longest, there's a room that removes so much sound that the longest anyone's ever spent in there is like maybe a minute.
Really?
Yeah. And it wasn't in this room that I went because that's somewhere else. But I went to a room similar, and I was just like, after 30 seconds, I was like, this is rough.
I'm so broken. I bet I could probably fall asleep in that some bitch.
It's
like space.
Because your mind starts to, you're looking for something to think about.
Right.
And you can't think. You start to go insane.
You guys are getting all deep here. I'm just worried about getting pegged or something, you know, or a random finger sneaking around and going in my ass like, oh!
You can't hear it coming. Yeah. Can't hear yourself scream. It would be like space. Yeah.
For me, like dead silence is a fear.
Just screaming for eternity.
And you try to scream and you can't hear yourself scream.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's still astronauts that went off course back in the 60s, 70s. They're still out there just heading the fuck out to Andromeda or wherever the fuck they're going.
Blast them up and just bye.
God, that'd be a horrible way to go. I know we talk about horrible ways to go all the time on here, but yeah, that would be one where it's like, well,
it depends. Are you going out in that way because like you're slowly running out of food and water, and then now you're going mentally insane because you don't know what to do and there's no one to talk to you like that, or is it just they ship you out?
It'd be like
die when you die.
It'd be like getting lost in the forest, sorta. Because like maybe if you have like some skills, you could probably survive in the forest, but in space you're fucked. You know you're gonna die of water.
What resources can you grab?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. It's like, and maybe you'll hit a planet. Then what? You can't live on it
because
There's
the impact
out there.
alone you're gonna die from anyways.
So
might as well just chip out the little window and call it good. You know?
Yeah,
just get sucked out.
Just fucking end it. I guess it would be like down there. R.I.P. to those Titanic people. Like just that ship is still taking lives. Oh my God! But just
see that would be the worst one because imagine
you wouldn't even know. You'd be like, oh fuck! You'd just be sitting in heaven right now, being like,
that's the way to go though.
Yeah.
Is to not know.
Your body can't think that fast. It just apparently implode.
Well, the worst part would be after that thing goes down, you know, you're sitting there and you're like 15, 20 minutes into it and your cabin has enough pressure and oxygen and you're like, what the fuck is going on around these parts, you know, and you walk out and maybe the hallway's not completely imploded on itself, and so you gotta go strolling down. Like it's pretty quiet around these parts.
Oh,
like,
the spaceship?
No, the fucking Titanic. You know, and then you see water trickling in. You're like, and then at that point you realize at least 90% of the ship's dead, frozen, or gone, and like you're just waiting it out because you know it's coming.
Yeah.
You know, and is it 5 minutes from now?
Yeah, but
is it 2 minutes from now? Is it an hour from here? Like before it finally.
Those poor bastards that were poor and like just stayed in their bed, like at the end of the movie, and it just shows you, gives you the human element of it, and finally get
couldn't make
like,
it out. Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you're getting crushed to death before you fucking. I can barely go down 6 feet without my ears being like, eh. Like imagine like you're just in a ship and you're going super fast.
Well, that's what I mean. It's gonna be a little bit different. It's the same
before.
concept as taking a ship down with a little bit of oxygen in there, you know, or a little dinghy boat, and like you're gonna make it for a little bit just in that space.
Yeah, it's 2 miles down, isn't it?
It's pretty deep. Well,
Which is crazy. It's harder to go down to the bottom of the ocean than it is to go in space.
I just don't think there's
Too much
the
pressure.
density.
wink. I just think it's either there's not enough shit down there to make the govs money, and they don't care, and it's like not cool, you know.
I think what it is there's a plethora of resources down there, but we don't.
There's oil.
We're still learning the technology to be able to see it before we get there. Like sonars are becoming huge.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Right? And so once we realize the resources that are there, there's this one group that's based out of China that's doing something really cool. They're drilling down to like the levels of like geothermal energy that we can't tap into yet, and they're using it as a source where if they can make a big enough pipe.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to take that pipe and create geothermal energy and renewable energy that way.
Oh, like from the earth?
Yeah.
Automatically?
Just from the earth's heat. It's like, okay, so we can create geothermal energy this way, and it's going to be super blasted hot even by the time it reaches the surface. That would be pretty cool. And it's just something you never would have thought about unless you were creative enough to realize, you know, a couple miles down, there's geothermal energy that is unlimited.
Yeah, but it's just hard to get to. All the
Extremely
pressure,
hard to get to, yeah.
density. You still, like, even when you get to the bottom of the ocean, you still got to drill through it.
And it's more than a couple miles. It's like 100 miles down, you know. So the amount of resources it would take to get there.
That's why it's hard to believe, like, those pillars they found under the pyramids that go down, like, a kilometer.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
well,
this shit.
I know they found chambers, but and I haven't read anything about it. But if they have found pillars, how deep do they really go?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, they said there's like stairways that go around the column and it goes for like a mile or whatever. And
be pretty impressive.
There's like 4 of them, but it's all based off like the sonar that you were talking about.
Exactly. So it's sonar based. So if we ever were able to confirm it, I mean, that's about as alien as you can get.
Yeah, that would have to
evidence. Yeah, because there's nothing we can do today to make that happen.
Did you figure it out there?
Yeah, I went to fish lens,
Techie.
but I'll fix it.
No. You got it? Or
Yeah.
you take a pause?
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't. That whole thing, it's. If that shit's there and we're just finding out more and more and more and more about it, it's quite interesting to have like all the naysayers and people come back and be like, oh, well, that's not what that is. Or, you know what? Like, they were built this way. It's like becoming more prevalent that something was going on that we have no fucking idea of what it is.
Yeah.
And so it's hilarious to see all these directors, professionals be out there and be like, well, this is the cause. This is what's really happening. It's like, how the fuck do you know? It's okay just to come out and say, I have no idea. Yeah. We don't know, everything we thought was the right way was built up. We thought, the slaves and the Jews and then elephants and all this shit. It's like, whatever, there was
Dinosaurs.
water. It's a transistor. It's fucking, just say you don't know, And then I think more people would be on board to actually figure it out.
It's hard for just the human mind to want to say I don't know unless they've been cut down or beat up or fail so many times that they learn to say I don't know.
True.
And so
gotta be humble.
And you can find that in all kinds, whether you're a religious person that has to admit defeat or whether you're a science-based person that has to admit defeat. You also find stubborn people in both groups as well as open-minded, but you find way more stubborn people than you find open-minded people.
That's the problem with like most scientists, especially back in the day, coming up through the 19th, 20th century, is that they don't want to be wrong or have their shit disproven. And a lot of that's shown in archaeology too.
I mean, even my younger years, I felt like I know more than you, and so you can't tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah,
you have to grow into it.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to be like, you spend your lifetime, on researching stuff and coming out with stuff, and then now it's all debunked by someone else. That's like, actually, that's not true.
So like these pillars, it's fascinating because if it's true, it opens up another world of what ifs. Like, were humans originally started here or were they brought here? That's going to mess up a lot of religions too, but it's also going to mess up science.
See, and that's the bullshit behind it too, because like you're saying, all those groups are just, we want to be right. And it's at this point, they should figure it out. Like, it's not about being right or wrong. Mm-hmm. How come we can't just like learn the whole truth, you know? And then from there you can say, oh, religion was wrong in this one, or the science behind it didn't make sense because of this. Like, sure, okay, but as for the whole of the fucking world, let's just figure out what actually happened. And I think it would be better for everyone. It's the same concept of like the government hiding the UFO shit, whether that's true or not, like it's going to disrupt religion. It's going to disrupt governments. Everything's going to fail. All this shit. It's like, how do you know? Just fucking So we're some stupid apes on a fucking planet.
Just say it.
And there's a higher power or more intelligent power out there floating around, conquering shit like Star Trek. Just fucking tell us. Like, we can't do anything about it anyway. So who gives a shit?
They still want you to buy their shit.
I agree. It's like the freedom of information would be so much more beneficial to us. And to add to what you're saying, there are people that have been asking those questions to religious figures or people that follow, whether it's one God or multiple gods, and they still find a way to pivot their beliefs. So if they're able to pivot their beliefs based on the extra evidence that they're willing to accept, that's okay. That means you can put the information out there. We're still going to adapt and overcome it.
Yeah, science has been proven wrong and redone thousands of years. It's okay to say like, actually God doesn't look like us.
That's supposed to be the whole point.
It might be a star or something that now that science can identify, like, okay, there is a thing that is a creator.
Yeah.
But it's not like, unfortunately, it's not like the picture. It's like when you go watch a movie after reading a book and they cast somebody that looks nothing like the character in the movie. And you're like, God, I ain't watching this shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
like Severus Snape being a black man.
Yeah.
Everyone's up in arms about that.
Because if that were true, wouldn't Harry be black?
Yeah.
Isn't Snape Harry's dad?
No, Snape's not Harry's dad.
Oh, yeah. Snape fucked that pussy. And Harry was born. And so it wasn't Voldemort that ended up killing Harry. It was his own dad.
Well, that would make more sense. That's probably why he's so good at that fucking broom game.
Yeah. It's athletic.
Yeah. He can dunk.
I mean, in the movies, they try to make Harry and Harry's dad look similar. But that's the movie. It's not the book. So who knows?
I don't know. I've never watched any of them or read them, so there's that.
I haven't read any, but I start after 4 and go up. They're not bad after that one. But
I have a thing about kid actors.
Yeah.
And I just can't get behind it.
Okay.
They're not kids at 4 though. They're like adults at that time.
Okay, so I'm going to come in and watch 4 and just be like, all right, that's good. Like,
Yeah, because all the other ones are stupid as fuck.
there you go. And I guarantee if adults played those fucking roles, or if it was meant for adults, it would be a completely different fucking thing, and they would all be badass.
Well,
I mean, even though they are badass because they did
it's
well,
actually-
but you know what I mean.
The reason it did well with its audience is like what I was saying before, is because it stayed with its audience. Like when you watched Harry Potter,
It knew what it was doing. It was going after
Harry
kids.
Potter the first time, you were the same age as Harry. You're like, oh shit, look at
No,
me.
we weren't.
And then as he grows, now you're a little bit older, just like he is, and he's coming into his next year, and then the next year he's older.
Dude,
By
when
the time
Harry
the fourth
Potter
book comes
came out, we were like 20-something.
yeah,
Not the book.
I wasn't
but
watching
the
but
movie.
I would say a lot of the audience was younger.
No one's reading that.
it. Yeah, tons of people were reading it. More kids probably read that shit than it's a kid's book.
No. I get that, but that's also a hard read for someone that's fucking 10. More than like, not for everybody, but for a select few.
So
yeah, but the
It's
books,
like the kids that go, I read fucking Lord of the Rings when I was 12.
So
Like, no, you
it'd
didn't.
be like it'd be the same thing. Like if they made your pop-up books when you were a kid into a movie, you would be like, "Oh, nostalgia! I'm gonna go back and watch that."
Dude, I was in crowns and I was eating the crowns.
I remember those dinosaurs.
Crayons, bitch.
Those dinosaur pop-up books. Yes, kids were reading the Harry Potter books,
They were.
and then they got
All
to
ages
20.
were, yeah.
Like David was reading it when he was 12, or whenever it came out. Yeah, it's all
theory,
right.
but I
You
never
probably
did.
have them on your shelf.
Lord of the Rings
fine.
guy here.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Exactly.
See, that makes sense. I was in fucking R.L. Stein, baby.
Yeah, but that's
Get out of here.
Yeah, they haven't done shit with Goosebumps.
That and
They
the
did. They made some movies.
Yeah, horrible ones.
Jack Black was in them, maybe. Come on now.
Oh my
They
god.
had to carry it somehow.
Right.
Those books
Or
are
what was that?
stupid,
The Animorphs series that came out.
Animorphs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dumb too.
Dude, I will say that Book It program through like elementary school
Pizza Hut?
was the shit.
Getting the personal pans.
Well, not even that, just getting the books because, obviously most kids at that age are picking books based on what the cover art looks like. I mean, you should know, you're a fucking author and all that shit, but it's just, it
AI
makes
does all my
sense.
shit.
Yeah. Those are good books, dude. That was an awesome program.
Yeah.
DEI coming in. What?
It's always been about the thumbnail.
Exactly.
It just says changed names. Now it used to be a cover, now it's a thumbnail. How am I going to open this shit? Yeah, because I wouldn't read a book either unless it had a cool. If it was just the author's name and that was it and the title, I'd be like, fuck that, I ain't reading that shit. I need
You're
something
like-
to draw me in.
You're like 10 years old and you see a book and you're like, I'm trying to make it work. Just like tapping it like it's a screen.
Well, that's the reason why Playboys work so good. It's like, who's on the cover of that? She might not be nude, but you're going to buy it because you might think she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I ever bought a Playboy, but
Yeah.
I didn't have to. My stepdad had a fucking onslaught of them hidden under the stairs.
A suitcase. What
Dude,
the hell?
it was bad.
The Bushy series.
Finding his porn, and it's like from the 70s. You know what I mean?
1970s
Yeah,
Bush.
dude, it's
Ew.
give me a weed whacker to get in on that shit. It was
Oh my
crazy.
God, Ron Jeremy and them. Wait. Yeah. Playboy or porn? I guess it is Playboy.
Well, both.
Both.
I mean, then the best part is when you get caught because it was almost the same concept as you were talking about, is like rewinding the movie. And so you put the movie back not thinking that you needed to rewind it at all.
Yeah.
And then sure as shit, you in my fucking stash? Like, well, no, I didn't do anything. What do you mean? And yeah, it wasn't at the climax, if you will.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
well.
that's evolved too. Everything evolves for its audience and shit. Now you can't even get it anymore because I guess it's a good thing. They had a bunch of like illegal shit going on that website like we didn't know. Like there's got to be some weird shit, people putting stuff out on a porn site like
Which site?
Pornhub.
Oh.
I think it's like
So you're saying get off it?
you can't even get on it anymore.
Says who?
The States.
According to my deep dive in research at work last night.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't think you could
Research only, boys. I put it down instantly, but I just had to make
Oh, it
sure.
still works.
Yeah, I knew we were going
Gotta
to talk about this on the today's podcast.
Maybe they brought
so
it back after they cleaned up everything.
maybe.
I don't know. They had Doge go through it and clean up all the fucking.
Where's Elon? Get him in here.
But yeah, for a while it was canceled in most states. Like you couldn't access it anymore.
Well, I think in Texas you have to have like a VPN to run through because they outlawed it. It's illegal.
I think they did that in Utah too.
Well, that makes more fucking sense, Texas good old boys. We don't do that porn down here. But yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting to see now, like, so you know how you go to Disney or like Universal or whatever the case is, and they have those 4D rides.
Yeah.
Imagine having something coming across that way, and it's a 40 porn ride. You know, you're sitting there and guys are just lined up, fucking shooting ropes into your face.
Oh,
like,
God.
oh, it's not what I wanted. You know, fucking, it's like a haunted house, but for porn.
Oh my God, it'd be gross.
You got like some like come on the face scene, and they just have like this little water squirter at your face.
Exactly. Yeah. You think you're stuck to the seat and just peeling yourself off.
They add sugar to the water just to make it sticky.
Just
That would bring in the bees for Joe.
It's a little warm. Yeah, fucking bees would be all over me. A beekeeper. Let me give you some honey for that. Oh
they got like 300-pound dudes like sweating on exercise bikes, and they're blowing the fans into the room.
It smells like shit in here. What's going on?
It smells sweaty. What the fuck?
I'd be down to go. Let's go. Let's go see what this is all about, dude.
Good.
Like I've always wanted to go to those crazy haunted houses, you know, where it's like you got to sign a waiver.
You might die.
Yeah, that kind of shit where they're gonna take you and
They'll touch you and things like that. Yeah,
right.
Grab you.
Ooh.
I mean, you're damn near at the porn right there, depending on what you like. You know, I mean, honestly.
There's always hot chicks in horror movies for sure.
Yeah, the first ones to die.
I mean, it is a horror movie, so
It's in the name.
So there's always the hot main character, and then there's like the also hot like best friend, and the best friend is going to be the first to go.
Right.
100%. And then the hot chick main character will
With her
either make it
titties
out
out.
or die at the very end.
Well, that's the best part. You get the gratuitous tit shot. Always, you know. It'll get thrown in there somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, the best friend always dies with her tits out too.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Has to. Like, come on, Jason. Let her finish at least. You got to put the machete up her twat. It cuts her in half from the vagina up.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
They don't make good horror movies anymore like that. Like old school 80s slashers, you know.
They don't make good movies anymore, period.
Fair point.
Too many
It's-
people to relate to.
It's
out
like
there.
instead of giving
Can't include everybody in a movie. It's hard.
like the good movies are
DEI, dude.
people with the lowest budgets, because you don't have the studio executives telling you what to do,
Right.
right? So you have to have creativity in it instead. Because like all the Saw movies, the first like few Saw movies were great, but then they just started focusing too much on what's going to make a bigger impact, and now you're on Saw
Yeah.
9, 10, 11.
Well, see, and that's
What's gonna?
I
Have a
can't
better
talk
track?
shit about it because I understand it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, you come out, you make a fucking nut off this first one, you do a second one that's pretty good, third one, you know, okay, we should probably stop there.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like the Scream series or the Jasons or, you know,
It's the next sci-fi flick is what it is.
yeah, it's like I get you want to make your money on it and just continue doubling down, but there's got to be a point where you got to let me step back for a couple years, rewrite the script, figure out what we're going to do here, and make it, you know, maybe, you know, change the dynamic of what's going on instead of
Yeah.
you want to play a game, like, you know, that shit, like, oh, here comes the, you know,
Do
the-
something
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo,
new,
and the
like-
guy comes cruising in on his little trike.
I mean, Hollywood, Disney, anything that makes things that we want to watch. It's like we want to watch it for creativity and for what they do
Titties
to
and-
it. We don't want them to make it just for the money. And so but that's unfortunately what it is.
Yeah, and I get it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's nice to find those people that blend those lines and can make a fucking banger. And it's hits on all factions. It's great. And then you see him like kind of, it's almost like what Chappelle did. Like
Yeah.
at his height, you know, it's like, I don't want that show to get canceled. I don't want him to stop making it, but he left. And it's like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
he didn't sell out. So
Yeah.
to that
100%.
point,
Yeah, I think too. They also like gotten this thing, and maybe they've always been doing it. Like where like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, they knew they were gonna have 3 or 4 or 10 or how many they fucking have, and they made them all at the same time.
Yeah, they knew
Like
they
how
were going to make
fucking
3.
hard would that be?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were filming 3, and you know, I'm sure that's how they do like series like Game of Thrones. Like, you know, all right, we're on this episode. You have to go over there and start filming that scene now for that episode and blah blah blah. I get that. You're trying to keep up with your studio's production date, release date, right? Because they give you like what, maybe 2 years, 3 years to get the thing out.
well, a lot of those too, they
Until
don't
the last
shoot
season they
in
didn't.
Yeah,
in
they
chronological
fucked that
order.
one up,
They'll
too.
shoot an episode like episode 7, but you're on episode 1.
Yeah.
You know, they bounce around. They just try to pick where they have like locations and what they can get done.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
then they
James Cameron did that with Avatar.
Yeah.
He shot like all 3 movies. And now he still has production scenes to add in, but he essentially did like 90% of all 3 movies at once. That's insane.
Yeah, they did Game of Thrones dirty though. They could have just stopped at 7. Like if you got burnt out that bad, and
It's like
it was
you were
3
trying to
episodes
cash
eight?
in
Like,
so
just-
hard, and even George R. R. Martin wasn't caught up, and it's like, dude, just slow down. You're gonna build suspense. You're gonna have this Game of Thrones fandom that are gonna just come screaming back.
It would have been fine if season 7 came out now.
Well, didn't they wait 2 years before the second season even came out from the first season anyways?
Usually it was a 2-year wait.
So
July,
what the
every
fuck?
other July it came out. But 8 was only 3-4 episodes long.
I know for some of the younger characters, they needed to keep it advancing a little bit, right? But
that falls into just take them and shoot what you need to do.
And they did, yeah. And they really had that pegged down. Enough of them were adults at that time.
Right.
So it didn't really matter. I think they were just trying to cash grab it way too fast. And, HBO is normally really good at that stuff, but they pushed it too hard.
Right.
They wanted, and the double Ds, the directors wanted out. They were done.
That could have been it, too, is the
out.
writers and everyone were trying to move on, and they're just like, we know we have to get this last part in. We want to get one more cash grab.
What was the little bastards in it? Not the bastard. The fucking blonde-haired kid.
Joffrey?
Yeah, there we go.
Character?
Joffrey, yeah. I don't think that guy's ever worked again. Like, he is so fucking hated. It's unreal. Like, still. I've not seen him. I mean, maybe he's British, but...
To me, the more you hate someone on a show, the better actor they are. Like, if you really hate him that much.
Yeah, but again, this goes down to...
It's the same thing with Littlefinger, that guy. I hate him, too.
But that goes down to kid actor things.
Yeah,
I think you almost corner yourself, where if Christian Bale did it, he's the greatest thing ever, I don't know. I could just speak.
There are people that can play villains and can keep doing it.
Because there's people out there that are fucking crazy. Like, they think wrestling is real too, and that like John Cena is actually a bad guy.
Well,
right
it
now.
is.
It's like, calm down, people. He's playing a part to like sell like a part. Like, but there are fucking psychos out there.
Yeah.
And sadly, a majority of the psychos are the ones who get on the internet and talk shit and say all this shit, and are the ones that call you up and give you death threats and stuff. Normal people realize, that kid's a good actor. Like, move the fuck on. That's fake, people. It's not real. But there are crazies out there. This is the realest thing.
It's like
since sliced bread.
Speaking of like fake versus real, it's like if we ever have a dystopian future where there's like almost none of us, aliens visit our planet and are doing archaeological digs, they're gonna open these movies and think it's real. But what is this?
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
What is this shit? And the first thing they're gonna find is porn. What the fuck? Like, what the hell's going on here?
No wonder this society collapsed.
Why do they film themselves fucking all the time? What is going on?
The most intimate part about us, and there's no Scorsese movies getting capped out there. They're not finding the vault in Hollywood. They're gonna find someone's handheld cell phone and be like, "The fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Like,
please like or follow me.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck is going on here? That's true. Like, I've always wondered that. Like, if like aliens came and found us long ago.
See, I even thought about how they sent that capsule into deep space. And then they had certain
probably had like viruses on it. And they're like,
oops, we just gave the aliens fucking
AIDS or something.
Well, like beads and blankets, there goes the Indians. But
whoever closed the capsule took it to the bathroom and splooged in it first.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah.
But they play this. They send it with music, and I almost wondered if it's like Mars Attacks. Like, they open this thing up and they start playing the music, and then their heads start exploding. It's like, oh, we're going to war with them now.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're trying to be peaceful.
Or
let the doves out.
Or maybe it's like a transformer type alien out there, like a symbiotic machine that has artificial intelligence, and they find the dude's semen because of the capsule or like DNA that was left on the capsule, and they start replicating humans on that planet. Based off the DNA, they have the ability to grow shit.
Of course, there'd be some fat slob too, some tech dude with
here
no hair and
we're
glasses. Got Cheeto and cum on his hand that's touching everything.
We're
and
from a time capsule long ago.
Everyone comes out looking like Trump, orange hair and whatnot, and orange skin and all this shit because the Cheetos mixed into the DNA.
Everybody has DNA. Like, we all have the same DNA. We just have different things turned on and off for our DNA.
Right.
So they go in and they turn it on and off. Like, that's why they say like you're 99% of a banana. Or like you can make dinosaurs out of chickens. It's because you can go in and turn on certain codes of DNA and shit. Everybody has it.
Like,
so they have the whole blueprint.
We're closer to like a housefly than we are a pig, but then the pig's organs work better for us, of course. So
yeah, well, housefly organs. Do they even have organs?
I mean, they have organs, but they don't have a skeleton. They have exoskeleton.
Yeah,
Those
talk
are
about
differences.
this.
I always thought in an exoskeleton it's just a mass fluid floating around.
Yeah,
That's why they squish so good.
Flies flies have everything wrong with them, but they can never complain about going hungry. There is shit everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, can you imagine that you're just born? Like another thought, like you remember your past life, and now you're a fly. You're like, fuck. Oh, it smells so good, but I know it's shit.
Well, on top of that, they're bulimic, so it's like, here we go.
Oh my god, that was such a gross. The movie The Fly. Have you guys seen that?
Oh yeah.
With Jeff Goldblum. Not. Oh my god.
Nope.
So
yeah, dude.
he doesn't make a time machine. He makes a machine where he can teleport in his apartment.
Yeah.
And so I haven't seen it for a long time, but I forget how it works. I don't know if it's Michael Crichton or is it Michael Crichton or fucking Stephen King. Either way, it's like that mindset.
Okay.
Well, he goes and he does it. He has a wake and fuck with his girlfriend, and he goes into the thing just to use the machine, but a fly flies in there with it, and it encodes the fly's DNA into his DNA, and he's slowly turning into this giant fucking fly.
Wow.
To the point where at the end, like, his girlfriend eventually leaves him because, they only care about what you look like, and she's not going to fuck a fly. And so he brings...
Somebody would.
At the end, she brings over her boyfriend, new boo or whatever, and he, like, ends up turning into this full-blown fly and, like, spits acid on his legs and starts sucking his shit out. And it's like,
damn.
Oh, my God, this fucking movie's gross. And I was, like, probably 8 when I saw it.
Yeah. It's a solid movie.
Like, Jeff Goldblum and The Flyologist. This is a great movie.
Kind of have to watch it now.
Yeah, and be prepared to throw up. It's fucking gross because back then there wasn't CGI, so they had to make all the fucking liquids and slurpy sounds and shit.
See, but that's when that film was good though, because it wasn't CGI. You had to make the costumes.
Yeah,
like
with
you're
the
saying.
costume came out, and like the makeup was fucking spot on because he was half fly, half fucking Jeff Goldblum.
It's like when we did Pittsburgh Pete, trying to figure out how to make the blood and stuff and then shoot the blood out with compressed air. And then we're doing the shots and Pete's running up a hill and I put airlines underneath the dirt. I was blowing airlines like bullets were hitting right next to his feet.
Like
and
literally,
shit.
he put his lips on the hose and 20-foot hose blowing dirt up.
Nice.
Hey, where's your sister at? Bring her in.
Next. Yeah, remember the blood shit you made?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was gross. It was like Cheerios or some shit.
Yeah,
mixed
dude.
with red Kool-Aid and
Check it out. It's on YouTube. Pittsburgh Pete. Trailer 1, 2, and 3.
yeah, they're all up there. The movie was out too. Yeah.
How long did you guys make it?
Oh god,
I remember it briefly, like vaguely.
that was a long time ago. 10 years ago.
It's 8 or 10, I think,
Yeah.
around there. But yeah, that was solid. That was fun times. Good old fuck. Don't fuck with the pigs, bud.
It's the same concept as a fly, except the farmer fucked the pig, or no, the ranch hands raped his pig, or someone raped his pig, and it ended up giving birth to this humanoid pig thing.
That's it.
That shot all over Pittsburgh, like all the placenta and afterbirth shot onto Pittsburgh Pete's face. His mouth was open too.
Reminds me of that like weird South Park episode where there's like a community of people in love with fucking animals and stuff. That
Yeah.
one? Oh man.
Oh gosh. Yeah, our buddy Miles High Club was just telling us like this OnlyFans chick got arrested for fucking her Chihuahua dog. Like, what the fuck? Finger blasting that thing to death. Finger bang. Bang, bang, bang.
It's like that movie with Norm Macdonald where you're sitting there, dirty work. He's like, he's definitely fucking that dog, because he's carrying that Chihuahua around the whole time.
Yeah.
Solid movie,
Didn't
too.
he play a dog in a movie?
Norm?
Yeah, he was like
Like a voice,
Dr. Doolittle.
maybe?
Yeah, he was the dog in
okay.
Dr. Doolittle. What are you doing there? This is my Norm
His
impression.
voice is unique enough. You definitely could pick it out then.
Yeah.
But I never saw Dr. Dolittle.
The first one with Eddie Murphy. a good
Oh,
one.
I think I saw that one, but a long time ago, so I couldn't remember anymore.
It's like Aquaman out here talking to animals and shit.
Yeah.
The worst superhero of all time, by the way.
Maybe those people that fuck animals actually can talk to them. I mean, make more sense.
The part
Yeah,
I don't
put it
get
right
about
there,
Aquaman,
yeah.
It's like
He wanted it.
where does Aquaman get his strength from? He's just in the water. It's like you think if he's suspended all the time, how does he develop super strength?
I always wish when they pulled him out of water, he would
Oh, it's
flop
the
around like a dead
pressure.
fish. Like just fucking,
Yeah.
you couldn't do anything.
The pressure of the water, I would think.
If you're deep enough, sure, yeah.
But he doesn't. He comes up on shore. He probably has like a pass to a gym,
Yeah.
24-hour fitness or something. Just goes and works out.
I
You guys got an Olympic pool? Nah, I'm out.
He's like half Atlantean, half human. So
Yeah.
maybe the human aspect, I don't know.
I mean, Do they say like stuff weighs less underwater, or is it the same?
I don't know. You think rocks float, so
45 pounds, still 45 pounds underwater. So he can still like lift rocks and shit underwater and just be like. Brr, brr.
I don't really know. I can't say I've ever looked at or thought about the physics behind it. Because it's like mass is still mass. Yeah. So it's like if you have a 2-ton object in the water, it's still going to be 2 tons.
Yeah, but you have the weight of, you have the force of water pushing up, but but still gravity's force is stronger, so you still have something. Mm-hmm. It's probably, well, I know it's easier to lift people that can float. Like, you know, if there was like
it is because once
200-pound fatty in the water, you can
then
lift him up.
Like you said,
as soon as he gets past
the displacement underneath helps keep it up.
As soon as you get him up so high, though, you're like, fuck! Get off me! Get your fat ass off of me. But yeah, humans feel the same weight underwater. Just doesn't matter. Like, you can just move them around and stuff. But
don't you have web feet? Can you swim better?
I have web feet? No,
I guess not.
My feet are fucked up.
That's why I thought they were webbed.
I lost all my webbing. Had to cut those things out. And my fucking bunions don't let me float at all or do anything.
I figured you probably float feet first. Just because of your bunions. Extra buoyancy up top.
I need like seal fucking fins when I go. Like, yeah,
swimming in a circle.
You guys make bunion fucking flippers out here?
You probably can't even get your foot in a flipper.
No, I got to go in sideways. They're like a certain angle. And
they got those whale flippers too.
Come around.
Feet together.
Feet together.
Yeah.
Going as a mermaid. How does that work? Speaking of animals getting fucked, something had to make a mermaid, right?
Somehow.
So a human was just out there.
It'd probably have to be a human and a dolphin, is what I'm thinking.
A dolphin?
Yeah, I mean, they're friendly enough to come by. You know, you capture one finger in the blowhole so it can't get away.
I mean, they're all horny.
They are horny.
Yeah, they fuck. Yeah, those porpoises get after
They're close to us like pigs and flies.
In fact,
it's possible.
I read something the other day about dolphins. Like they'll have bromances, so they'll have like dudes that are both like helping each other, like pick up chicks and stuff.
They got wingmen out there.
They have bro wingmen.
Huh. Interesting enough.
I mean, you're born in water, sort of. Right? The womb has water in it. Or whatever that stuff is called where you float around.
No, because the water
fluid.
broke. It's not there anymore.
Well, I mean, it's not there anymore. That's why you don't have fins. But you start off with little fins, right?
Look like a tadpole.
Just going across the screen like...
We all start off as assholes if we go back far enough.
That's true.
Yeah.
Born ass first. I knew it, that piece of shit kid.
Man, I got pissed.
Already?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to wrap up soon.
Drinking a lot of water.
Okay, well, we're solid. Cut this.
Well, one more thing. When do you got to leave by?
I mean, I should be out of here, I'd say, in 15 minutes.
Fuck. I was going to ask you about that DnD stuff.
That's what I'm doing.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad.
Well, hold your piss and let's just dive into it real quick.
Yeah, you didn't include me.
So I actually want to start.
Not that I would play, but I would play.
Yeah, we could do a one-shot session. We could do a one-shot on podcast.
Like, oh, okay, you're talking about D&D still.
So yeah. Oh yeah, because it's 3 shots.
What do you? Well, I was thinking.
Obviously, I don't get to play.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, because we did a little D&D back in the day. Yeah. It didn't go too well, but
yeah, I wonder why, Joe. You want to tell the audience why it did not go well?
Some
drunk fuck.
Some drunk asshole showed up and ruined everything. Apparently, I don't know. I couldn't remember it.
It was bad. I'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was like, so you're going to D&D.
Yeah.
New game?
Noon?
No, new game or?
Oh, this is an ongoing game for the last 2 years.
No one's died yet?
No.
Jesus
So we all like there's 6 of us, and we used to just have like board game nights, but it got to the point where it's like.
Did you guys ever have fun game nights?
Good one. Thanks, Dad. Anyways, the board games are all cool. Like it's a blast, and you can buy all kinds of new games all the time. But a couple of them were also D&D fans, and one of the guys in our group wanted to be a dungeon master. He's never been that, but his brother always does.
Should just have him come to my house. They got whips and chains and all that shit.
There you go.
So what did you make?
So mine's Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Is that kind of based off the game at all? Or
I think you have to pick certain races.
So
like,
there's
just like the Star Wars one.
Yeah, so with Dungeons and Dragons, there's like 20 to 30 different like races that you could pick from if you want to dive far enough. But
I guess, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is it the Dungeons and Dragons game that you're playing? Okay, so it's not like your own Dragonborn game that you're playing like a D&D.
No.
Okay.
So like it's the
I know a little bit, not much.
Yeah,
So
it's like the original
bear with
Dungeons
me.
and Dragons, yeah. And it's like there's different evolutions of it, and we're playing D&D 5e, and there's a new version that's come out, but we're not using those rules yet. So we're playing 5e edition, and we've been doing it for a couple years, and mainly because the sessions are like anywhere between 4 to 8 hours.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do know that, Joe.
So then you have 6 people, and they're all adults, and you're trying to peg down the best time to all show up.
Right.
And it sometimes it'll go a month or 2 or 3 months before you
Yeah.
have another session. So I'd
Or
say in those
10
2 years,
years.
in 2 years we've probably had.
I still have the boards.
You still have the Facebook page.
In 2 years we've had 8 or 9 sessions. That's it.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you have one today then?
Yeah, we have one. We were going to do a double session today, but we're not going to have enough time, so we're doing a single session. But it is a lot of fun, and one thing I really liked is we've played other D&D games between the first time we played and now. They were one shot, so it was just one single
Like a one
session.
mission, kind of go kill the.
One single session. It's open and shut. And
What's
theme based?
What's the difference between a one shot and your continuing games that you're doing?
So the one shot, the characters are already pre-made. You're
not building game
not-
backstory or anything.
Correct. You're not going to build a character. Also, you're going to have a small world that's already pre-built. One of the one-shots we did during Halloween was we did one where everyone was a type of movie serial killer character, right? So you had like Chucky, and you had Jason, and you had Michael and stuff like that. And all of them wake up in a dream sequence where you have to fight your way through the dream.
Do you write, like, is this a story you guys writ out and like this is how you want to play it, or is it something you bought and that was already pre-written for you?
So the person that did the Dungeon Master for that game, she got an outline, and then she added some of her own flares.
Okay, so she just developed the whole thing and said, this is how we're playing it today. Pick your fucking character. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then another one we did was Lego based. So we, my buddy Tristan, who's our Dungeon Master for this ongoing one, he had a pretty cool Lego set that he had that he bought. It was like a big castle, and he created a Lego game out of it.
That's
and
pretty
so
cool.
we did a Lego one shot.
Do you guys? My brother was getting into Warhammer or D&D. He wanted to do it, and he has a 3D printer, so he's printing his own models. Do you guys have your own models, or do you print?
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing that?
So we
Printing
have
your own shit, or do you just? Because I know the game comes with standard, like the boss is like a dragon head or something, and you have your own little characters. But
you can buy them.
You can make your own.
You can buy all kinds of them from like Fate Forge and stuff like that.
It's like Warhammer.
But I've never 3D printed any. We've created our characters on Fate Forge, and they print it for us and send them to us.
Yeah, I think because of D&D how big it is, the 3D printers already have built-in models, and then you just paint it afterwards when you're done, which is kind of cool. I thought it was a cool idea, and with VR now, you can actually play a Dungeons and Dragons game, and you go into this crypt, and it's just like you can have your friends join you too, and the GM is a built-in AI. Like you can I think it has its own coded games in it, but it's just like this giant skeleton that sits in a room, and he tells you just like the GM, and you guys play around. Yeah, you just sit there on your VR headset and play.
It is pretty cool. Like I've seen some of the AI stuff because they advertise it on. Since I look up D&D stuff on Instagram, it's like you see D&D.
You can ask ChatGPT to like you can ask AI to make me where we have to go rescue a goat from a giant troll. Yeah, and it'll design you can do all these one shots all the time.
I've used it to just make character icons because since I moved away from Boise, we've switched everything to virtual. They all show up in person, but I'm there on screen, and we'll do our stuff virtual so I can see it.
Oh, cool.
And then I'll use ChatGPT to make my icon for my character.
Oh, nice.
So with the game tonight, are you guys going to finish the game tonight, or is this just another 8-hour game, or however long?
This one, I think we're going to end. It's probably going to go 4 to 6 hours this time around.
What's the goal? What's the mission you got to do? Do you know?
So right now, it's been a while, but the mission, essentially, we finished like 2 out of maybe 5 different adventures we're going on. And we just, we're chasing down this one guy that stole something from us at the very beginning of the campaign.
What's he have?
He
My
posed
nuts.
as like a photo.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he posed as like a shopkeeper, but he's like secretly a dark wizard.
Ooh.
And every one of our characters has a different goal. So my character, like, no one's gonna see this podcast that would look at it because I'm not supposed to tell anyone. But my character,
This is gonna be the clip that goes fucking viral right here.
So
You're not supposed to tell.
my character has like a dark secret where he really wants to absorb all the souls of the people.
Oh, your friends don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't know. So
Gotcha.
they
Don't tell
know
them about
that.
it.
It's okay. We'll just
Deep
bleep
dark
this
secret.
part out.
Yeah. You could be like, okay, so this is what it is. Bleep. Oh, sorry, technical difficulties.
That'd be
But yeah,
awesome.
so that's what he's doing. But the other characters, one guy wants to raise his wife from the grave. He's a necromancer. Another person wants to have.
Oh, so
an
they all
army
have their
full of
own goals. And
They all
you-
have their own goals.
You just try to help and you gotta make friends.
So you could be lawful
Can fall in
evil.
love,
you
end
could
upstairs
be
at the bar.
Lawful chaotic, lawful good. You can be like. So you have different personality types, and we're all making it work as a group. But you also want to encourage using your character's personality the way it should be used, and not just start to. Just assimilate with the rest of the crew. You know?
I want to
Yeah,
roll.
Joe.
I want to roll. I got a lot of charisma. I want to roll to see if I can get the barmaid to show me her tits. 10.
There you
Fuck.
We actually did roll.
Are they
and
nice tits, GM? Tell me about them.
It's a 3-piece.
Our bard was a female, and we did whore her out to get some free night stays.
Yeah. Awesome. There you go. So you can do like
Yeah, we
sexual
did.
shit.
Do you
There
run
you
in?
go, adults and
Yeah.
people that put on jerseys and watch football. You can like.
Oh, my character. So I missed the very first session because I couldn't make it. So they brought me in the second session, and the way they did it was they came across this camp of like little people, like midgets and stuff. And,
My people.
Whoa.
And my buddy
Careful now.
Tristan
We're gonna bleep
decided.
that out.
My buddy Tristan decided that. They were gonna find me in one of the wagons,
Pretending to fit in.
shaking like crazy, and coming out all satisfied with 3 like midget women. And
Nice.
so they found me just
Yeah.
fucking like 3 midget women.
You're fucking midgets out here.
Yeah.
But you're normal size,
Yeah, I'm a dragonborn. I'm like 9 feet tall.
but small cock. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You gotta compensate.
You gotta
somewhere.
compensate. They make it look bigger.
It's the one. That's his downsize. Makes fun of
awesome.
his cock.
That's funny.
So that's how he like introduced me. Is like there's this caravan and there's this one stranger that's looking for a party to join, and all of a sudden you come across his wagon and it's shaking like crazy.
And what are the
midgets?
what are the things you roll on? So there's action, movement, charisma, shit. Where like, and
There's a lot. So it's
there's
like
a lot of shit you can roll on.
So rolling for initiative is when a battle starts, but you can roll for arcane check, history check. You can roll for because you can just say you want to test if the door is gonna locked or not, and so you find out. It's
Did you
locked.
knock first? Fuck.
And so
Who's in there
if you
fucking
find out it's
midgets?
locked, you can roll for strength check, or if someone answers on the other side, you can roll for persuasion to open the door. So you can do all kinds of things.
Oh.
Do you guys find? I know we did when we tried playing.
So did so if I were to find you, could I roll to get my turn with the midgets?
You could roll for, you could roll for persuasion.
What's your charisma? Come on in.
Yeah. So you would roll for charisma, and then based on the charisma and what the dungeon master says, they'll either accept it if it's a high enough roll, or you have to re-roll for persuasion.
Gotcha. And then what happens? And then the GM just makes up if something fails.
Yeah, they can choose to just straight
Just kind of
up.
ad lib the story. That's I
Yeah.
think the hardest part, right? Being the GM because you have to tell the story and give a visual.
Yeah, so
Look over here, midgets.
that's probably a hard aspect of it, but it is kind of exciting because if you have a story that you want to build and you want to see how it plays out, that's where the DM can be really cool, like role to play. But you also have to be that person to come up with those answers whenever someone's going to ask, "Oh, I want to do this," and you're like, "Okay, I'll allow it." But
Got you.
it's like, I want to scale this cliff, but it's like 100 feet across. Well, your rope's only 50 feet. Well, I'm going to tie my 2 ropes together. Okay, well, that's 100 feet, but you need enough rope to tie off to the trees. I'm going to get this 3rd rope. And so it's
You
like,
get Roger Goodell up there
Yeah,
commissioning everything.
That would be the hard part for me as a GM because you kind of know the puzzle answers already, and you gotta hope that they can figure
you have
it
to
out.
guide them a little bit.
Yeah,
And I'll tell
and
you what,
don't drink 12 Bud Lights before
there's a couple guys in my group that make it really difficult sometimes because
Budweiser. Sorry.
they're pushing way too hard in one direction that the DM wants to go different direction.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you run into when you get there, since it's been however long since the last game, where the first 2 hours is just getting fucking ready to go and trying to, you're talking like, wait, what was this? And then you've wasted half the fucking day of trying to figure it out. Or have you guys played enough where you guys can sit down and be like, oh, yep, we're good.
We'll pick up a little bit. We'll remember parts of our characters, but you definitely need to take notes on some of the stuff you've collected before and past.
Sounds like the GM's job, but just your job to remember your
But that's what
character.
they'll do.
Sorry.
That's why we're going to have one session today is because a double session, you're going to have to recap.
It's like 8-10 hours, you said, for double? It could
Double
go all
session
day.
would be 8 to 10 hours. So we're going to do one session. It'll probably be 6 hours because the first hour to hour and a half is going to be just
How many
bringing us up to
are there besides the GM?
There's 6 with the DM.
So 5 playing and
Yeah. So there's
DM.
5
Sorry, why I call it GM?
Because that's why I called you Roger Goodell earlier.
Yeah.
Pick up on it.
Dungeon. Yeah.
Dungeon Master. But yeah,
Gotcha.
there's 5 of us now. 6 when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, 6 is probably as much as you want to get. It gets really complex to have that many people because it slows down so much.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying when we played, Joe. When we tried to play, I think
like
we were
10
like
of
10
us.
of us deep.
It was fucking annoying.
And all of us were drinking.
Yeah.
And then he shows up lit. And then we're trying to drag him through this game with us. And he's just on his own tangent. Like, no, this is what I'm doing. We're like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know much about it because I've only played it a few times and not really well, obviously. But the whole thing was him attacking another character because he didn't like him. And
No,
for no fucking reason. He's like, you know what? I don't like that guy.
there
And
was-
so we're trying to get to this fucking mission. And then he's just constantly attacking one of the guys
There
on
was
the
a
mission.
reason. It was okay. So there was a
You
reason.
don't fucking remember.
I was a Wookiee that lost his family to a zombie necro thing. So there was only one person that could understand me was Aaron because he was a pilot and him and I were together.
A scoundrel.
No.
then-
I couldn't understand you.
Oh no, you
it
couldn't.
was fucking
The droid, Phil.
It was Phil.
Phil
who was
could
the droid.
understand me, but so the GM was setting it up like that, or the DM was setting it up to be like, okay, well, we gotta get Phil. But Phil's little hidden secret was that he was a corrupt droid, and he was attacking our party the whole time. So I was just trying to play my bare fucking fight first, ask question later Wookiee.
Yeah.
Like, why are you attacking everybody? I can't rationalize. I'm a Wookiee. I don't understand why he's been corrupted.
And
I
in
don't
real
know.
life, he couldn't rationalize shit because he was hammered.
I don't
have
know. I don't know computer stuff. I just know this droid's trying to kill us, and
We
I
have
just want to club his face in.
So I'm trying to fucking
yeah.
figure out this game at the same time as I'm trying to like, how do I learn these secrets to understand what the hell he's saying? Because
that's
he
what
doesn't know what he's saying.
So that's what happened.
Those
So we-
characters slow it down a lot because we have a guy in our group like that. We walk into a tavern and he
can't
literally
speak.
wants to throw down dude. Like, okay, I'm ready to fight someone. It's like, okay, it's a tavern, all right?
No, I was fighting because the droid was killing us.
yeah.
He had a little slip and he went like that.
But did you
aliens.
know that at the time?
No, we didn't know that we could fix him. Like we had to figure that out. Like,
Well, did you know
that's
he
the
was
thing.
corrupt? I was wondering.
No.
Okay.
But he joined our party and then he started attacking and we're like, what's going on? So I was attacking and then we found out that he was
I'd say
he was corrupt by the Empire and we had to have him recoded by taking him to this town, which we did, and we got him fixed. And then everybody ended up dying. That's why we stopped playing.
I'd say 6 is hard.
Except for me, because I'm a fucking badass.
5, you got to be experienced DM, and 4 is ideal. So 3 to 4 is ideal.
I think it would go a lot easier with less people. You know,
There was like a shit ton of
Yeah,
us.
we're
Dan
sitting-
played, the guy that
It's
was
even-
there. There
It's
was
even fun
Dan.
playing with just 2 people in one DM, but it's more enjoyable if you can get 3 or 4 in a group.
Yeah.
fair enough.
It is fun,
Yeah.
especially if you kind of, because we had a little 1x1 scale map.
Yeah.
So we move around because you have to roll on your moves and you can say like, one thing like you could do like, you could ask the GM to describe the room better.
Yeah.
Like, so like if you were to get in a firefight, because I was always melee, I would
Yeah.
be like, okay, I want to roll to flip a table.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like a sniper, like he had a laser pistol, so he would be in the back, but he got more points for being at distance or
Yeah.
undercover, which is kind of cool. And you roll for all that shit.
Yeah.
So you build your character, but you're rolling for your pluses and everything.
And some stuff you don't have to roll for. If it's like obvious that the character is going to be strong enough to know that answer already, you got some super strong person, he's going to let you break down the door. The right DM will. Or if you,
Oh, that's nice.
Or if you like, if you're in a cave and someone has torches, okay, just light up a torch and throw it across the room. You can see. So there's things
fair
like
enough.
that where they won't really necessarily require a roll, but for harder things, the roll aspect is cool because it can take you different directions.
You buy your own dice.
Yeah, I've got like 4.
Are they heavy and sexy?
I've got one heavy, sexy set. It's like made up obsidian.
There's something about heavy balls. Just or dice.
I'm Wookiee nuts, son.
Yeah.
See, now you want to play.
It's a 20-sided die.
Oh yeah, well there's a group of them. There's a 20.
Yeah, they come. Okay.
20 side, 12 side, 10.
All
then
for
there's
different.
8, 6, 4. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, you can print your own die too, which is kind of cool. But I don't think they have the weight. Like.
And then I've got one big 20-sided die that's the Eye of Sauron. So it's like every time you throw it, the Eye of Sauron shows up.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Money and
Nerds.
My heavy die that feels good in my hands. The obsidian ones. The number 1 says shit, and the number 20 says crit. So it's like critical or just shit.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, hey man, I know we kept you a little bit longer here, and you got to go to your fucking Dungeons and Dragons shit.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, nerd. No. But no, thanks for coming on again.
Yeah.
Happy to shoot the shit with you guys.
Anytime you want to come back on, let us know. Reach out. Now that you're in town and not living down there in Boise. No offense, Boise. You're coming around.
Yeah.
You're
not a state. No,
you got anything to end off on? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to get out there?
Nah, we covered a lot of just random stuff.
Perfect.
It was fun. I mean, I'd say if anything, let's say next time let's dive a little deeper into D&D and we'll kind of see if we can maybe create some sort of campaign for ourselves.
You can do a 3 shots game where hopefully Joe doesn't get drunk.
There you go.
There you go. That's the whole goal.
That's the whole goal. Keep it away from him. Perfect.
You got anything, Big Cat?
No, normally I sign off by saying thanks for listening. I've never said that. And again, watch out for motorcycles. They're out there, people. Look left, look right, look left again. You know what to do. Why am I looking that way? There's the camera.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Hi, guys. But yeah, see you next time. Shot-tears. I remember.
Look at you with the big brain.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's what we called them, Shot-tears.
I almost brought it back earlier today, but figured I'd leave it.
All right, Shot-tears. Hit the subscribe button, you bitches. All right.
All right. Well, we'll catch you next time. Obviously, look up Dr. Love's book on Amazon. Like I said, bestseller. 3 weeks in a row. Like, subscribe, follow us on all the platforms. Leave a comment if you read the book. Chapter 19 is where it's hot.
Buy it.
Yeah. He needs money.
Just buy it. Yeah.
So, see you next time, bitches.